Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story here on the Aura Fury server. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. It's been a long time since the last episode and we're going to go into all of that today. What I've been doing over the last month or so between episodes and where we're actually going to go from now within this series. So getting straight into it. Over Christmas and into the new year, I have made some major changes within my life, and it's meant major changes for the better, but it's meant that I've had to stay away from some sources of stress, and this game is very stress inducing, and so I'm afraid this was one of the first things that I had to cut out of my life completely for a month or so while I got myself sorted, and now I'm actually able to get back online and get sorted a bit. But there's a lot of things to do with this that well, the game's changed since early December when I last played. The game has changed quite a lot. We're now on 1.14.8, and I think I last played at the very beginning of 1.14, so I think it was 1.14.0 pre-build 2, something like that. But really I haven't really played in 1.14 at all, so I've got 8 different updates in the last month alone which I've got to get caught up with, and there's all kinds of stuff. There's water wheels in the game now, and also there's a few annoying things as well, like this here is cob. And it's got grass on it, and I do not want grass on cob ever. The entire point of cob is that it doesn't have grass on it, so we can't use cob now as a feathering texture block, which is a real shame because now we have no soil texture in the game whatsoever that we can use for texturing. Now, as you can see over here, the cob doesn't have soil on it here, and I believe this is because it is undercover here, which is pretty much exactly what we wanted for over here. But anything which is now uncovered, like this low fertility soil here and the cob, now does actually get grass on it, which is exactly what we do not want. Another really annoying change that has been put into the game is when you submerge torches in water, they now go out. And so I had these in my offhand, I went to wash out my bowl, and now I have to come back in and relight all of these. So this is such a massive pain. I know it was a little bit unrealistic to have torches that don't go out underwater in the game. However, there is such a ridiculously little amount of light in this game that you constantly have to have something in your offhand just to be able to light the game up enough, because the days are very short, so you can only play for like 20 minutes at a time whilst it is actually light enough to be able to not use something in your offhand. So you can imagine this is annoying enough with just 13 torches here. If you had a stack in your offhand, it would be even worse. Now this is more torches than I would usually carry around with me, but I've just been picking them up from around the place. So what I think I will do is just carry 2. So I need 1 for my offhand, 1 for my main hand, and then the rest of them I can just put away for now. So what have we been doing around the place? I've been sorting stuff out. So I've put a fence around my bushes just to try and keep these in check. I've been sorting out all of the wood stock here. So this is a wall of chests. That is all of the oak stuff, all of the birch, all of the maple, all of the kapok, all of the pine, and all of the acacia. And within those we've got saplings, logs, boards, planks, stairs, slabs, fences, gates and a surplus chest on the end as well. So that is pretty much all of the wood, specific wood storage. Now there is aged wood and there is bamboo as well, which is extra on top of this. Now I may end up having an aged wood thing at the top, but we don't have any aged wood saplings, and we don't have any aged wood. I think there's something else. Maybe not. I think it's just the saplings we can't get from that. And then yeah, we've got bamboo and bamboo blocks here. I need saplings as well, bamboo saplings. And then here is all the wooden made stuff. So we have like sticks and firewood, charcoal, signs, ladders, trapdoors, all of that kind of stuff there, which is in these chests as well. Now I'm sorting these out because I want to turn this building here, this huge large building over here, into something of a storage area. And this is going to be for stone storage as well as for wood storage. So if we come into here, I have actually extended this section out and put in some little wall sections here. This is what you can see. I need light in my offhand as soon as I go inside. So this is going to be for my stone storage here. So we've got the labelled chests for surplus, and then we're going to have a few different chests or crates up here with all of the rest of the stuff in it. And so this will give us 4 different sections here for stone storage, and then 4 against this wall, 4 against this wall, and 4 against that wall as well. And then we will have areas like this in the middle of each wall that we can use for wood storage and other kinds of stuff like that. All the wood variants, any other stuff we need to store. And then on the side here, again, these blocks here are all going to be more crates and chests that we can put stuff in. And so this will just become one big storage unit here. And then I'm thinking about having a block out of the centre there to go down to a food storage underground, and we can have a few different underground bunker sections under this. I'm thinking about excavating out a decent amount of area underneath here to use for that. So what else has been done? We have not much in this building here at all. That's just been left as is. Now this probably become a workshop of some kind. Not too fully sure yet. We've got the bees outside though, so it might be a chandlery and glass workshop is what I'm thinking of in there at least. And then back here we've actually started building up our blacksmith here. I've put in the floor, basalt gravel on the floor here. This is going to be where our refactory is, and this is going to be a couple of coke ovens here. And then over here we're going to have a anvil, so a manual forging anvil, and some forges and tool racks and various different things around here for a tool forge. And then up here we've started work on the tower, which is going to be the windmill, which is going to be for the ingot and plate refinement, which is going to be over here. And as you can see, we've started to get this chisel effect on the outside. But yeah, this is going to take a while, and that kind of leads me into how I'm going to make these episodes for the next few months. I really do want to start making episodes a lot more frequently again. I do enjoy this game. I know I've had a lot of naysaying in the past about how it's very tedious and very boring to do, and there's a lot of stuff about this game that I wish was different, and that is all true. However, it is a very, very rewarding game as well, and as I've always said, I do not mind the tedium. I don't want you to take me the wrong way when I say a lot of the things I do. I do not mind grinding out stuff for hours and hours and hours on end. I actually quite enjoy that. I quite enjoy just getting into a mood for mining or for digging out tons of gravel or tons of dirt. Whatever it is, whatever the grind is, it's something I do actually enjoy. And I've done it in Minecraft for years. I've done it in this game for the last year or so. What this game does differently is the duration of tools is terrible, and the actual making of the tools as well, to be able to replace it. I can go out and mine for say 2 hours with one iron pickaxe, but it'll take another hour or so to be able to replace that pickaxe. So for every 2 hours of working, I have to spend another hour actually going out and grinding resources just to be able to grind resources. And that's what gets tedious, and that's the bit which we need to actually build up on a lot better, because there are ways we can do it. One of the biggest ways is to stockpile the resources you need and build up incrementally to be able to go out and do the big long grinding sessions. So one of the first things we need to do is stockpile food, because without being able to eat for a long period of time, then we can't do anything. We can't do any of the grind. So we need to actually start building up a real supply of food and a real supply of farmland and terra preta and husbandry, so all of the animals and all of that kind of stuff. We need to get the very, very basics sorted first. And so over the next couple of episodes, that is what I am going to be doing. And I want to do this in a much more kind of cinematic ASMR style way, rather than just talking you through everything which is going on and doing like minor jump cuts and bringing you back in maybe every half hour, every hour or so. I want to actually make a decent amount of progress, so it might be like a couple of days out of game between cuts, and I've worked on stuff on streams maybe and on in my own time, and then I bring you back in and there'll be this huge new build with new progress. I might do some time lapses in between that, and actually start building on the cinematics of this game as well, because I think that's something that would lend itself to this game brilliantly. So just before we move on with stuff, I thought this might be quite fun to have a look at. One of our server members, I think Quiggle his name is, has set up a website where we can go to, and he's used a mod called AutoMap to generate an off-world world map of the server. And so I've zoomed in here on our little base here. We've got our 3 little roundhouses. We've got the blacksmith and the big tower, which is going to be coming up here. And that little round circle where we were going to put this originally, but this will go. And so we can see our area. We have Nathan's area over here, and on this map, all of the road layouts, all of the path blocks have been highlighted in yellow. And this is really quite amazing, because we can see here, we know the rough distance between Nathan's base and my base. And then this is the road that we travelled down on our way down to this place from spawn. You can see the that little ruins that we could cut straight through on either side there. And if we head all the way up, this is where we actually go underground. And we can see other people's bases here, and up further, and I believe this is roughly where spawn is, I think anyway. Yeah, somewhere around here. But as I zoom out here, you can see just how impressive this server is. All of these yellow lines on the map here are actual path blocks that people have laid down themselves, and this is about how far it goes out. So if we say spawn is about here, I think you can see my mouse, hopefully you can. If not, I'll have a look in post-production, see if I can add it in. But if I mark where spawn is, around there, and then down here we can see this is about 18,000 blocks south. And then up north we've got about, how many? Oh wow, okay, yeah, we're on about 9,000 blocks north of spawn and about 18,000 blocks south of spawn. And then the furthest east we've discovered is about 15,000 blocks east, and then the furthest west is probably about here, which is about 10,000 blocks west. So this is absolutely everything on the server, and if we zoom in on various different places around, you'll see all of these inhabited places, all of these little bases. I've got no idea whose bases these are, but if they are yours, please let me know. If you're watching this, if you're on the server, let me know where your base is, and we'll try and zoom into it at some point in the future here. So I love this idea with the hexagonal like gardens, I assume they are. So we'll have different planted rows here and a tree farm, something like that. I assume that's what that is. But yeah, there's so much on this map, and what I wanted to come through onto this for, we can actually get back to where we are, what is up here. I want to show you kind of the area where we are going to be building, kind of a little bit of a future plan for the next few episodes. As I said before, the episodes won't be coming out daily or maybe not even weekly. It might be, I might have to limit it to kind of one every couple of weeks or so. Basically, whenever a new episode is ready, it will be released. So that's what I'm going to do for now. Hopefully, coming up into summer, then we'll be able to do a bit more. But I want to try and incorporate some new games into the channel as well. So we have our area here, as I said before. However, what I want to do, there's a few major plans that I want to have here. We've got this area, farming area here, between Nathan's area and my area. We also have the sheep pens and the pig pens over here, and Nathan's fallow fields over here as well. Now what we wanted to do is actually share out the animals between us so that we've got enough for both bases, but it would mean we do need far less eventually than we would if we were two independent bases. Now I don't know if Nathan's going to be coming back to the server. I really do not know. I really hope he does. I'm going to work on the assumption that he will be coming back, and our plan with the animals was actually to place them in roughly around this area here, this big area on this side of the road, mainly in this area here. So we're going to make a big field that comes around here, maybe a little bit into the water, give them a bit of water as well, maybe incorporate this as a big pond into the field. So we'll follow this line all the way around here, and that'll give us plenty of space for multiple different animals, and then we can separate these this land off if we want to separate off the different types of animals as well. And then on the other side of the road here, we wanted to extend this area all the way around here to be some more of this kind of rolling terraced farming land or arable land, and that will extend out pretty much around to here. And then I was thinking this peninsula here would actually be quite good for beekeeping. So we'll have some of our beehives and a load of flowers, and we can just fill this entire thing up with flowers, make it look really nice, and terraform the land up here. So we'll have a real agriculture place here. Now I think what I want to do, I know Nathan was actually talking about having a quite large farming building, or like a barn or farmhouse over here somewhere, up on this flat patch of land over here in this chunk here. Now I'm thinking about doing something similar and that will be maybe, not exactly too sure where on here, but maybe even on this island here. Looks like it might be quite a nice area to put something, at least a tiny little building maybe, just as a storage hut for some of all of these. We're going to need space for seedlings, we're going to need space for all the honey and all the equipment that we're going to need for all of this. And it might be nice to have a little tool shed over here, and then we'll have a much bigger building within our village here. Now, we've said that this gatehouse here is going to be the entrance, well, at least at one point was the entrance to a much larger kind of fortress or village type thing. However, since that has fallen, this new village has come up, and so I don't want to use this just as a as like I cannot build past this, or past this is outside of my land. I want to use this road here as a bit of a layout for where our base is. As you can see, this goes all the way down. I think this is Domkrat's base here. I know he was using, or he was building this road, so I believe that's his. I know he said he was around here. But then this does go all the way down through the Andesite Desert, which we've seen before, and across here. This land here was where we got our first copper from. And then that goes down to this really nice base down here as well. So we'll have to head down and discover some of this actually in game and see what it's all like. But it means that I will have all of this area here. Now, across this straight here, from here over to here. So if I put a line on the screen there, you can see it. That is where Nathan and I wanted to build a canal leading from this big lake here into this huge lake, which spreads all the way across, all the way up there. So we will be having a canal, and I think that will be a nice kind of man-made boundary for the land that I have here. And so we'll class the other side of the canal as the wilderness, essentially. It'll give us a bit of a natural, or a man-made moat on our southern border, which will be quite nice. The other thing I want to do is expand this out, so we'll have a few more different roundhouses in this area. And then as this gets quite wide over here, I don't want to be building out all the way over here. What I do want to do though is have a road which comes out of the back of our village all the way up the coastline, and somewhere around here there is also another translocator which I've found, haven't done anything else with yet though, but it's right on a cave right on the southern shore down here. But I want to make a road that comes all the way across the coast here and actually connects up to this watchtower. Now this is the watchtower we were in a couple of episodes back, or a few episodes back, when we went exploring, and so you can see where we actually went for that. We came up here and all the way across here on foot, and eventually met up with this road here and then headed on down south. So that is some of the ideas that we have for this area. What I'd like to know is, what would you want to see? You can take a screenshot of this now as it is, and you can kind of give me ideas about what you might like to see within this area. Different things. Maybe we should build another track all the way around the lake across to this side of the temple over here. That might be a nice project as well. And we'll see what we can get going. And so with all of that in mind, we actually want to start making some changes around here. And the biggest change that I've made so far, I've added in a tiny little bit of flax here just to get this growing. It's about November now, so it is coming up to the time where this won't be able to be planted for much longer. However, it's only -2 at the moment, so I think this is okay to -5, maybe even -10, so it should be okay there. And we might be able to get a little bit of flax going and some... let's try and kill this rabbit while we're here. No, come on. Yeah, we might be able to get some flax going because I need a lot of linen for all of the crates that we're going to need inside this place. I have started with the organisation. So I've taken all of these chests that are outside there and I've put them into here, and I've started building out the inside of this place. So we have, I'll just show you around the basics of it first. So this is the storage room as it's going to be. A decent amount of light in here. I want there to be a lot of light, probably far more light than you'd ever usually see within a vintage story building. But we've got some lanterns up, we've got a load of these oil lamps up as well, and over here is the big wall of chests for the wood, and then over here we've got all of the stuff on the side, bamboo, aged wood, mechanical furniture, decoration, all of that kind of stuff. And then again on this side we've got some spare chests up here, but a lot of stuff here which we can do, and I think some of these will be for chiseled blocks as well, because I do actually want to start getting into some chiseling, some proper chiseling like we did in Scrolls of Vintara at some point as well. But as you can see, there is a lot of holes around here, and these are going to be full of crates. So if I put this stuff up here just to show you where all of this is going to be, each one of these is going to take 12 crates in total, and so that is going to just be a wall full of crates there. And say this will be for the granite. Can't even remember what they're called. Say like this will be for granite, and then this one will be for andesite, and then this one will be for bauxite and basalt, and I don't know what else have we got, shale and slate, all the different kinds, peridotite, chalk. Trying to remember some of the others, that'll do for now. But all of these will have one different type of stone in it, because there are 12 different types of things that you can have, and then 3 different surplus chests down at the bottom. So this will be all of the cobblestone stairs, cobblestone slabs, the stones themselves, the rocks themselves, polished rock, polished slabs, and then bricks, with the brick slabs, brick stairs, and then there's a couple of others as well, but I can't remember. But that is what is going to be in here. And over on the sides here we've got some dump chests, and I've been using this dump chest here. I've actually got a load of sticks there I can add in just over here. So they go into here. So yeah, we started getting my storage organised there. I've got these lanterns, and I've been able to do a lot of this work with the help of Domkratz. He is actually the closest base to us, over to the west, as we saw on the map before. I don't think I have it on here currently. It is just down here by the coast. I just need to come down and refresh the map here to be able to get his base on there. But over the last couple of days he's said that he's been really bored playing the game and needed something to do, and offered to make me a load of stuff. So I wasn't going to say no. So he made me a few lanterns and gave me a chest full of stuff, candles, a few pickaxes and stuff like that, a few axes. So I've been able to sort my wood farm out there, chop down all of those trees, replant a load of maple, and also in here he's been an absolute star and filled up some of my storage chests here with some cooked food, which I've been going at as well. There's also another guy, Lockie, who has been helping me as well with some other food, the cured meats and stuff in there. So between Lockie and Domkrat, thank you so much. It's really helped to get me back on to the server, back up and running, and actually start getting some keen back for this game. Because I had a huge amount of keen for it, but then it just kind of dwindled a little bit, and now, yeah, I'm definitely starting to get it back. So I think the next place I want to work is over there by the rolling fields and the terraced fields over there. So I think my plans may have changed slightly actually. This is the area up here where we've got the first bit of our farms to set up over here. However, what I'm thinking of is I might actually set up a farmhouse over at the back here, and then with some fields in front of it. I think that'll be quite nice. So we need to take down a couple of these trees, maybe keep that one there and just plant around it instead. But I've got a crate on my back here, which has got a few things in it. Path blocks, some of these andesite stone brick stairs that I've made up, and a hoe, and 18 flax seeds. That's all the flax I have at the moment. However, I'm saying the plans may have changed because I've just been over here checking up on what's been going over around at Nathan's base. Now Nathan has taken a break from this game as well, from pretty much around the same time as I have. He said he got a little bit burned out by the game. I hope that he will be back, but it means that for at least this growing season I'm going to use his flax seeds. Now I have just had a look in his stores, and there's actually 5.5 stacks of flax seeds within Nathan's base over there. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to fill this entire patch with as many flax seeds as possible. We're going to get as much out of that as we can for this growing season. All of this lot is going to be all flax, as far as the eye can see. Well, as far as 5.5 stacks will take us. So we'll head over to Nathan's base now, and I'll show you what he's got here. Now, it does look, unfortunately, like there has been a couple of casualties within the chiseled block thing that happened a few weeks ago on the server. There was a really weird glitch during one of the updates, and some of the chiseled blocks at random just disappeared. So we've got like one here. Now you can see this does actually have the hitbox. You can see a very fine black outline to this block. So there is actually a block here. You can see the particle effects there, but it doesn't show up. There's another one here. There's a couple on the roofs over there. And I believe even if you actually take this up, I actually have it in my inventory there as chiseled block. You can see that. And I can put it back down again. However, it is now just not there at all. So yeah, that is an issue which we do have to sort out at some point. I know Emerald Stars suffered from that a lot more than Nathan has here. She needed to redo almost the entire one of her roofs, which is a real shame. Anyway, we've got the seeds box here, and all of these flax, 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 and flax. So we've got 5.5 stacks there. And what I intend to do is after we come to the end of this growing season, well, once I actually take up the first lot of these, I'm going to put all of these back so that Nathan hasn't lost any, but in the meantime we will have actually gained some ourselves as well. So we're going to use this as our little starting batch. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to, as we go, just take off some of these as well. We're just going to go around and plant all of this stuff. there we go, we've filled all of this in now, and this will take a few in-game days to actually grow up so we can actually dig it all up. I'm hoping it'll be all okay. It is still just at the very beginning of spring, so I'm hoping this doesn't freeze over. But yeah, we've got a decent amount in here, and hopefully we'll get a fair few extra back once we take it all up as well. But I think that is where we're going to end things for today. We've done a few decent jobs, and I want to get on with some stuff, some prep work for the next episode. And one of the things that I will need desperately for the next episode is a ton of flax. So yeah, we're going to be getting on with some storage next episode, and with some bricks and mortar. Making some mortar and building up a load of fire bricks, ready for the coke oven and for the refactory. So yes, look forward to that next episode. So thank you for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.